I think there's an interesting case to be made about this being both using the latest technology to do something that is almost just natural to humanity since the Stone Age of playing with objects.
Well, that's the thing, is like, what I want to get across to people, and it's really hard to get across to people because people have this preconception of what a game is, and games are much more nebulous than that. But like, what I want to get across is we can make up games just by having this disc here, like just by being in a space and having the ability to use the tools that we normally have, like our hands. And because of this, it gives us because of this, like, making games in the future isn't going to be like programming anymore. It's going to be like making games in real life, which is you pick up a ball and you make up some rules, right? Like, and the fact is, in multiplayer, you can do that right now. You don't even have to worry about that. But eventually, we're going to be able to like make game logic and things in a simple enough manner that like people aren't even going to think of it as coding. Like it is coding. It's the same thing. It's just going to be a coding in a different form. But it's going to be intuitive enough that anyone's going to be able to just make whatever they want. It's like Little Big Planet, but instead of what you're making on a screen, you make whole worlds and share them with the world. Oh yeah, like, so 90s. Let's talk 90s. Like, there was a time, and this was really early, right? This was early that they did this, and it was surprising they did this. Do you remember Tech TV, ZDTV? Did you ever see that stuff by any chance? Okay, a little bit. That's fine. Wasn't super important, but they would do these animated avatar things where they would render out a character talking and stuff, and they did some sort of like kind of a puppeteering concept. Like, it wasn't like they had full mocap equipment, but they had enough to make a thing work, right? And like, this is a game that was free, that we can just do way better than what they did in real time. Like, they were having to render, offline render, and like set stuff up, and this is just like a thing that exists and is already taken for granted, like, by the people that are doing it. Like, it's not taken for granted by someone who's fresh. Like, as soon as they put a headset, they come in here, they're like, oh my god, what's going on? But then they play it for a while, and they will absolutely take it for granted. And it's just kind of wild that we're in this situation where you've got some of the population who just expect VR to be there, and who have expectations about like what a VR game is based on the stuff that they've been doing. And then you have people that have never even put their head in a headset. And then you have these people that don't even, like, they've already formed an opinion on it. Like, and I'm not saying that they're wrong to do this. I'm not saying that they're bad people or anything. Everyone does this. But they like can't afford it or something. They sour grapes it a little bit. They're like, it's just a screen on your face. Like, what the fuck's the big deal? And they don't understand. They don't understand that there's a whole new class of like interactions and games and experiences and tools and just everything, entertainment and creation and everything. And then all this stuff is going to move into the real world with augmented reality and mixed reality, and I don't want to use that term anymore, but in immersive computing, like the concepts here. Actually, look at this. Pull up your computer there. Pull up your little wrist computer. Just pull that up for people and play with that iPad. Just show that to them for a second. Like, I don't even see it, so this is actually kind of important too. Say this was the real world and he started doing this in front of himself and was just wearing some glasses. This is what it's going to be like when he's adjusting his phone settings or surfing the web or whatever. But the thing is, they'll be able to network it too if he wants. Like, if he wants to show a screen to me, he'll be able to show a screen to me. He can't do that right now because it doesn't actually show the screens. Like, mine is invisible to him as well. But like, the simple fact is, this device, he just pulled out of his arm. He pulled it out of thin air because he can. And that is what everyone will have anywhere in the world.